Have you ever stood in a vast, ancient amphitheater and whispered, only to have your friend hear you clearly from across the stage? It feels like magic, right? But what if I told you it's not magic, but a forgotten form of advanced technology? Today, we're diving deep into the world of ancient acoustic marvels, uncovering the secrets of sound engineering that our ancestors mastered thousands of years ago. Get ready to have your mind blown, because this is the story of sound technology that was lost to time. Let's start our journey in ancient Greece, at the legendary theater of built in the 4th century BC. This place is an acoustic miracle. You can be sitting in the very last row, nearly 200 feet away from the stage, and still hear a coin drop or a match being struck. For centuries, people thought it was the wind or some divine intervention. But modern science has finally cracked the code. The secret lies in the seats. The limestone seats are designed not just for comfort, but as a sophisticated acoustic filter. Their corrugated, stepped surface acts like a natural sound trap. It filters out low-frequency background noises, like the rustling of a crowd or the wind, while amplifying the high-frequency sounds from the stage, like the actors' voices. This brilliant design essentially creates a natural PA system, ensuring that every single word, every subtle nuance of a performance reaches all 14,000 spectators. It's a level of acoustic precision that modern architects still marvel at. They didn't have computers or digital modeling, just an incredible, intuitive understanding of how sound travels. Now, let's travel from the open-air theaters of Greece to the mysterious, echoing chambers of the Hypogeum of Calciflini in Malta. This subterranean complex, carved out of solid rock over 5,000 years ago, is one of the world's oldest and most fascinating acoustic spaces. One particular room, known as the Oracle Chamber, has a bizarre and powerful effect. If a person with a deep, male voice speaks inside this chamber, the sound resonates throughout the entire three-level structure. The frequency that triggers this effect is around 110 Hz, a deep, resonant hum. Standing inside, you don't just hear the sound. You feel it vibrating through your entire body. Researchers believe this was intentional. This specific frequency is known to affect human brain activity, potentially inducing a trance-like or meditative state. Imagine ancient rituals taking place here. The air thick with chanting, the sound physically altering the consciousness of the participants. It wasn't just a temple. It was a carefully calibrated instrument designed to connect the physical and spiritual worlds. The people who built this didn't just move stone, they sculpted sound itself. Our next stop takes us to the Americas, to the Grand Pyramid of Chichén Itzá in Mexico, also known as El Capitan. The Maya civilization, renowned for its astronomical and mathematical genius, also embedded incredible acoustic tricks into its architecture. If you stand at the base of the pyramid's main staircase and clap your hands, a strange and wonderful thing happens. The echo that comes back isn't a normal echo of a clap. Instead, it sounds exactly like the chirp of the quetzal, a bird sacred to the Maya people. How did they do this? The staircase's steps are the key. The height and depth of each tread are perfectly inconsistent. When the sound waves of your clap hit this uneven surface, they bounce back at slightly different times. This staggered return of sound waves creates a chirp effect, mimicking the call of their sacred bird. It's a breathtaking fusion of architecture, nature, and religion. Standing there, clapping and hearing a stone pyramid sing back to you, you couldn't help but feel a direct connection to the ancient people who designed this wonder with such profound intent. But it's not just about large-scale structures. The ancients also mastered the art of whispering galleries. The most famous example might be in St. Paul's Cathedral in London, but the principle is ancient. In the Golconda Mausoleum in India, built in the 17th century, you can whisper against one side of its massive dome, and a person on the opposite side, over 120 feet away, can hear you perfectly. The sound waves hug the curved interior surface of the dome, traveling all the way around with minimal loss of volume. It's an eerie and fascinating experience. Another amazing example is the Ear of Dionysius, a limestone cave in Sicily. Its unique, ear-shaped entrance amplifies sound tremendously. Legend says the tyrant Dionysius I used it as a political prison, eavesdropping on the whispered secrets of his captives from a chamber above. Whether the legend is true or not, the cave's acoustic properties are undeniably real. It shows how our ancestors observed natural phenomena and then replicated them in their own constructions. So what does all this mean? It means that ancient civilizations had a relationship with sound that we've largely forgotten. For them, acoustics weren't just a technical consideration for building a concert hall. Sound was a fundamental part of architecture, spirituality, and even social control. They understood that sound could heal, inspire awe, and alter consciousness. They used natural materials and clever geometry to manipulate sound waves in ways that we are only now beginning to fully understand with our advanced technology. They built instruments the size of mountains and temples that could transport you to another state of mind. Think about the whispering wall in the Temple of Heaven in Beijing, or the echoing ball courts of the Mayans, where the sound of the ball hitting a wall could be heard for miles. These aren't just architectural quirks. They are deliberate, brilliant features created by people with a deep and holistic knowledge of their environment. They didn't need oscilloscopes or spectrum analyzers. They used their ears, their intuition, and generations of trial and error to achieve these acoustic feats. This forgotten science challenges our modern perception of what technology is. It wasn't about circuits and code. It was about stone, space, and vibration. It reminds us that there are different kinds of intelligence, and the knowledge of our ancestors is a deep well we can still draw from. As we continue to rediscover these acoustic marvels, we're not just learning about the past. We're learning new ways to think about design, sound, and the human experience itself. The next time you see an ancient ruin, don't just look at it. Listen to Italiano. It might just have a story to tell you, a sound waiting to be heard across the millennia. Thank you so much for joining me on this sonic journey through history. It is truly amazing what we can uncover when we start to listen to the whispers of the past. If you found this as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the world's forgotten knowledge. What ancient marvels do you want to explore next? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.